Hello, welcome to White Birch Tarot. This reading is for August 20th and 21st, the weekend. Did I just say the weekend twice? I'm in that space again. Okay, I'm going to start with a couple of quotes and then I'm going to just very briefly talk about something interesting in the sky, astrology-wise. This is a quote from Boris Pasternak, the author. I think he wrote Dr. Zhivago, if I remember correctly. He said, "When a great moment knocks on the door of your life, it is often no louder than the beating of your heart, and it is very easy to miss it." Yeah, I'll drink to that. I don't drink, but if I did. And this is a beautiful quote. I love this from the poet William Blake. He said, "Colors are the wounds of light." That's really interesting. Leave it to a poet, right? Okay, I've pulled the cards and laid them out, but I haven't thought about them yet. I just covered them up with the back of one of my Heart of the Fairy cards. What I was going to say is, before I show the cards, starting, I think, like a week from today, the planet Uranus goes retrograde, which means that they don't literally go backwards, but they look like they're going backwards from the Earth. So they call it retrograde. And since perception is, 9/10 of the whole here, it matters when a planet is retrograde. So right now we've got Jupiter, Saturn, we're going to have Uranus, and we also have Neptune and Pluto. So that's 5. The intermediary and outer planets are all going to be retrograde at the same time. So I was wondering to myself, what does that mean? And what I feel like, and I think the reading's going to bear me out because I see the Hanged Man coming up, just as a little preview here. Spoiler alert. What I think it means is that it's not exactly a review, but it's like, instead of things like zooming forward, it's kind of a pause to review where we've been, what's happened in the last couple of years. Could have something to do with your past, some issue that you need to deal with. Just kind of like summing things up, like a summary. If you've ever been in English class, and you've had to write a summary of an article, I feel like we're kind of looking back, and I don't know how many years. It probably depends on the person. Could be months, could be years. You're just kind of summing it up, like, what did it all mean? And I just had another thought that just whizzed right out of my head. What was I going to say about that? Well, maybe it'll come to me as I'm looking at the cards. I forgot. But if it's important, it'll come back around. So, I hate to reach across here like this, and I forgot to put lotion on my arm, anyway, almost everything is in the reverse tonight, except for 2 cards. So that's interesting. That also feels like a retrograde. It's kind of like everything's slowing down. So we get we start off with the 6 of Swords, but it's in reverse. And the 6 of Swords is moving away, usually moving away from a difficult situation to a better place. And it's in reverse. So we've kind of been moving on from something, but it's time to pause and take stock of, I know what I was going to say. I think Mercury has moved into Virgo, which is a great sign for organizing, decluttering, taking stock of what you've got, what's coming up, planning, which I'm not very good at. I'm pretty good at organizing, but anyway, so it's a little pause. It's not like a major stumbling block or anything like that. It's just kind of a little pause to take stock of where we're coming from and where we think we're going. And then we get the 4 of Wands in reverse. And the 4 of Wands is a portal. It's kind of moving into a, your energy's paid off and you've gotten to a new level. And it's in reverse. So again, I feel like we may have gotten somewhere different or made some changes or, whatever, or change has come to us whether we wanted it to or not. But now it's time to kind of take stock again. I feel like that's a, it's like, okay, I'm in a new place. What do I think of it? And then we get the sun in reverse. And the sun is generally, it's lots of things. It's clarity, it's self-expression, it's creativity, it can be children. And since it's in the reverse, I'm feeling like, again, it's time to think about what have you manifested in the last couple of years? What results have you, just where are you? Where are you? Because you can't decide where to go next until you really feel like you understand where you are. So I think this is kind of like the sun's not usually about self-introspection, but it is a card of clarity, and it's in the reverse. So I feel like it's time to pause and just think about what you've learned in the last couple of years. And then we get the Queen of Swords, and she's also in reverse. And she's airs. Swords rule air, which rules thoughts, the mind. And she's in reverse. So again, I feel like this is telling us, reconsider your ideas. You may have one major idea, that something you'd like to change or a goal you'd like to achieve. This is asking you to pause and just sit with it for a while. Just, doesn't mean you have to change your mind. Just reconsider, think about it again. And then we get, also in reverse, the Five of Swords, which usually means kind of cleaning up after a battle. This person has, either won the battle, he's cleaning up, and it's fives are kind of disruptive. And again, this is mental energy, it's swords. So it's just, you may feel like you've been through a battle. Times have been tough lately. And again, it's taking stock. It's like, okay, I'm going to pick these up and organize them, find out what I've got. And since it's swords, I feel like it's more ideas than resources. But again, ideas are resources in a way, so there you go. Then this card is one of the two that came in the upright, which is paradoxical because it's the Hanged Man, and of course he's upside down. So this is a Neptunian card. And Neptune rules confusion, deception, imagination, can rule the arts in some cases. And since he's in the upright, this tells me, and again, of course, he's naturally upside down. So when I say he's in the upright, he's upside down. But his crown chakra is lit. This is a time, again, of taking stock. This is like a holy pause. You may feel like you're not accomplishing anything, and you may be a little impatient, like, let's go. But actually, the time right now is to just hold still. It will come to you. If you hold still, all the energy will flow into your, into your mind and your third eye, your intuition. So it's a good time to pause. Okay. And we got this one last time. So this is the Eight of Wands, and this is generally incoming energy. It can be incoming information sometimes, but it can also be incoming energy, because wands are physical energy. They're also spiritual energy, because wands rule fire, and fire is both physical and spiritual. So this is something coming in. It could be, wands are tricky because I feel like it could be a thing. It could be a message. It could be it could be movement of some kind coming in suddenly. It could be a spiritual feeling. But it's a change. But I don't feel like it's going to be a major change since everything else was in reverse, if that makes any sense. Okay. And then again, last card is in reverse also. The Six of Cups, which is our nostalgia Hello, card. I was thinking childhood. So that's why I'm getting the the chart of childhood, the card of childhood. And this can be nostalgia, longing for the past, thinking of dearly departed loved ones. And it's in the reverse. So it could be that we're having a little trouble letting go of something sad, something that happened in the past. It could be longing for someone you knew a long time ago that you lost track of. Okay, what do we want? Let me draw a couple oracle cards. And I might draw a fairy card just for the heck of it. Oh, these cards are so... One of these days I'll have to tackle the one. I can't get these to shuffle tonight. I should have shuffled them first. That would have made sense, so you'd have to sit here and wait. Let's see, what kind of tales can I regale you with? Not much. Okay, let's see what's coming out. Aw, are you serious? Okay, this is weird. Orphaned. Well, we did get the Six of Cups in reverse, which is the nostalgia card, and the looking back card. I think it's something or other in Cancer. So it's possible that you're feeling alone right now, like you don't have a tribe, you don't have a group, nobody understands you, and it's not good to feel alone. But you may be feeling alone. Okay, and then who wants to come out next? Aw, this is of this whole deck, I have two favorite cards, and this is one of them, Loyal Heart. It always reminds me of my husband, so if I burst into tears, forgive me. He's passed on. And I love this card. I just absolutely love it. So you may be thinking about someone that you've lost. Or, if you're lucky enough, you know, maybe you're gonna touch base with someone you knew a long time ago. When I see the Eight of Wands coming in, that can be a message. And then we got the Six of Cups in reverse. You're either thinking about someone from the past, or they're thinking about you, or something like that. But this, I love that card. Isn't that beautiful? Makes me kind of sad, but it's a beautiful card. Someone out there's thinking about you, or you're thinking about them. Oh, this is very interesting. Okay, now I'm really getting a past vibe because we've got the returning. Interesting, interesting, interesting. We are definitely revisiting something. And I feel like it's something from the past couple of years. And it's funny, I started out with that quote from William Blake, colors are the wounds of light. This may be something that was painful, that's returning to be revisited and looked at a different way. And sometimes, you know, I'm going through grief right now, and it pops up at the strangest times. As the actress said to the bishop, no, that's not my line. That's from Gemstone Tarot. I apologize, but I love her. I won't steal her thunder there. I love this card, the returning. Let me grab my book and see. I think I know what it means, but let's get the skinny from the people who wrote the book. Just for fun. Profound change, new perspective, and understanding. Okay. What is the returning? Is it the end? Hardly. There is no end in fairy. Where has this fairy been? What has she seen, and what has she brought back with her? A pearl of wisdom? A unicorn horn? What tales will she tell you? The paths you follow flow into each other, and an end of one path is the beginning of another as you journey deeper into the heart of the realm. Yes, the returning is coming home, coming back to a place that is no longer only where you started from, but somewhere much more profound. Yes, that's what this feels like. It's a revisiting. That's why the planets are retrograde. Well, in a way it is. I mean, it's reciprocal. You can't return and expect things to have remained the same while you were away. And you know what? You may not have actually literally left. You know, like I haven't left the house in ages. I mean, yeah, here and there, but mostly I've been stuck in for a couple of years. And yet everything's different because I'm here alone, and it's like a whole different house. So yeah, I turned my back and boom, everything's different. So that's what this is saying. Everything shifts and changes, moving on and morphosing. That's not how you say it. They've spelled it wrong. I wonder if this is British. I would say metamorphizing into something new. If you draw the returning, think about what it is that you really wish to change in your life. That's what I said. Sit still with your ideas and make sure you really want them. As you sit with the returning before you, visualize what would happen if you just walked out of the room for a moment and upon returning found that your understanding of a present situation had changed in a profound way. What would it take to make that change happen? What could you do? How would you need to feel to shift your perspective? Sometimes by taking a moment, the Hanged Man, to return to where you are now, you will be able to see the moment with greater clarity, the Sun, and insight, and the next step on your ongoing journey will become clearer as well. Yes, okay. This is definitely making sense now. This is like a divine pause. You know, we're in the middle of changing a situation and trying to leave. We have to leave something behind, whether we chose it or not. We've gone into a new place. We've entered through the portal, but now we're kind of stopping to take stock with the Sun in reverse. Take stock of what's around you. Reconsider your ideas. You know, the battle's over. Take stock. What have you got left? What have you lost? Take a divine pause and don't just sit there, but you know, try to actively think in a spiritual way about what you've been through. Be kind to yourself while you're doing it. You know, because a new insight may emerge. And again, this, I just really have felt from the beginning that this was about something in the past. So there we have it. It's a divine pause, and you will gain a new perspective, hopefully, with the returning. Let me show this one more time. I love these cards, these fairy cards. It's called Heart of the Fairy Oracle. They are beautiful, I think. Okay, have a great weekend. Thank you for listening. Please hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons if you feel like it. And I'll talk to you next time. Good night.